Hi, everybody. Here with Egg City Soundoff. Thomas here on a Tuesday night. And very happy to be joined by Gage, I believe, from Run the Plank.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how's it going out there?
It's going great. Tour's been awesome so far. We did Montreal, Peterborough. We did a cannabis festival called Camp Canna. It was in Halliburton. We were there for the weekend, and
Nice, nice.
yeah, so we definitely got our R&R in. um, and then yeah, now we had a day off yesterday. We're back right to a 6 day in a row show schedule. We're in Oshawa at the Atria right now.
That's wicked. Awesome. Well, I want to start off by just really quickly mentioning our podcast sponsor for the month. So that's Prairie Alchemist out in St. Malo. Great restaurant to go check out if you're ever in the area out there. And that was actually one of the first things that I was going to bring up to you was the talk. Was it Talk Cap Can, I believe, festival?
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about that. I don't know too much about it. You were just recently out there, you said, but does it start a couple of years back, or what's that about?
It started 4 years ago. I'm actually the stage director for Camp Canna, so I booked the band.
Oh, I'm talking to the right guy. Okay.
It's a cannabis festival slash the Ontario version of it is kind of like an adult stoner summer camp. So there's like archery, there's high ropes courses, there's like water and water slides, kayaks, canoes, a private lake. But yeah, you
Wow.
smoke weed and have beers the whole time. So it's a lot of fun. Um, the Alberta one is a little different. It's more of a more your typical festival. Uh, you
Okay.
know, and just parties, laser shows, and stuff. So it's really cool. Each one is a little different by province. Right now we have Alberta and BC, or sorry, Alberta and Ontario, and we're adding BC next year. Um,
Nice.
Anybody who wants to play a weed festival, you can get at me too. So
Awesome. And like you said, kind of get a different vibe or a different kind of flavor of the festival depending on where you go or where you're holding it, I guess I should say.
that's it. It depends on the venue and what we have accessible, and
Yeah,
that work for us.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wicked. And again, I really appreciate you talking to me. The reason we're talking is that you are, like you said, on tour and you're going to be here next week on Thursday, June 19th at the Tap House. Very happy to have you out here again.
Yeah, we're so excited. We had such a good time in Winnipeg last year.
Mhm.
Wanted to hit Winnipeg again, and the person that we used to book our shows out there, Dag, suggested Osborne, and I know quite a bit of people. I'm from Calgary, and that
Okay.
in Winnipeg or are from Winnipeg, and they've all said Osborne's a great place, wise, and an incredible band. And
Yeah, absolutely.
oh yeah, and they're great guys. We've been chatting back and forth, and the
Mhm.
two bands we have with us are just great guys. I think it's going to be a fantastic night. We're excited to see everybody in Winnipeg.
Absolutely. And that's actually the reason I had originally reached out to you was we had Y on here not too long ago. Our regular host Joel was playing a show with Y. His band Valley Narrow was playing with them, and he had mentioned that he was playing with Run the Plank, and I pretty much reached out to you right after that show. I wanted to kind of check out the band. It wasn't something I was familiar with, and I checked out some of your songs, and yeah, really really great work you guys are doing. Great stuff.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we're just really grateful to be able to. This is our second tour we've done across Canada out
Hmm.
east. We've done one out west, and our style is, we've been labeled as cowpunk. I say aggressive folk. It's upright bass, banjo, acoustic guitar, but we're more of a punk band. We're a lot more of a punk band than a folk band, and just
Hmm.
having these wonderful bands and meeting all these people across the country that just like our music and are suggesting us different bands and different places to play, and everyone's just been so kind. It's been awesome.
That's great. Awesome. And you're a relatively new band as well. I think that were you so you were out here at the Bulldog Event Center, I think maybe in May of 2024 or sometime in kind of
Yeah,
that first quarter of 24 or yeah, second quarter of 2024 there.
yeah. It's kind of a long story, but I'll shorten it. We This version is, yeah, it's a new band. We used to be called Murky
Hmm.
Waters. Um,
Okay.
yeah, we were growing pretty well, and turns out a certain DJ from Chicago with the same name had more
Mm.
than us. Trademarked our band name from underneath of us, and
Yeah, not the first time that's happened, unfortunately.
It sucks, but you know what? We got all our
Hmm.
socials deleted, everything, all our music deleted online, and
Yeah.
so you get to either choose to pull your bootstraps up and restart, and just try your best to reach out to everybody that was listening to you, letting you know you're under a new name. But obviously, we had toured at that point before, so
Hmm.
reach everybody. But so we're out here doing it again, but we wouldn't have it any other way. We absolutely love this, so we're happy that we're out here.
Absolutely, and obviously not. It sucks really having to start from scratch, especially for that reason. But you guys are making a great name for yourself already. As soon as I mentioned that we were going to have you on the podcast, there's other people shouting out saying that they either heard of you before or excited to have you on.
That's
So you
awesome.
guys are doing something right, definitely.
Um, yeah, we're doing something right, and people are just great. I think live music
Hmm.
is starting to make a comeback. For a while there, it was
Agreed.
you go to the stadium shows.
Hmm.
Excuse me, sorry. It's the humidity out here. I'm not used to it. Um,
Yeah, no worries.
yeah, you go to your stadium shows to the band you listen to, and then the smaller venues were dead. But we're not seeing that anymore. People are starting to come out and
Hmm.
try to check out new music, and that's on them, right?
Yeah. Well, I know we have a great music scene down here in Winnipeg. Really supportive, so I'm happy to hear that it's happening everywhere. It's starting to spread everywhere. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So is it the same members in the band that were in the previous rendition of the band, or are there any changes have been made, or
Yeah, it's literally same members, same music,
okay.
same go, just a different name. So the only thing that changed was brand new social medias, having to
Yeah.
fight streaming services to be like, no, we're the same people. We're not stealing music.
Yeah.
um, but everything else we tried to keep the same. Like the members of Run the Plank are my best friends in the world, and I've always said if one of these guys decide they want to move on from the band, then I'll start a new project. It's
Hmm.
and I like that about us is that we're more brothers than a band. So that'll never change as long as Run the Plank is running, right?
Yeah. That makes it a lot easier too with everything else. I mean, it's hard being in a band. Obviously, it's hard touring and all that stuff, recording everything. So it's good to have good people around you doing it. Then.
100%. We fight like brothers sometimes too. Don't get me wrong. Like shoving
Yeah.
6 guys in a Dodge Caravan and driving 30 hours. Uh,
Yeah. You got any stories from the drive to Montreal? I heard that was quite a long one.
that was my fault. Um,
Oh, okay.
so we started in Medicine Hat on May 31st. That was the first show.
Hmm.
And I was aiming for Wednesday the 4th. So we had 4 days to get to Montreal. The only venues that would offer us shows were giving us Tuesday or Thursday, but we had a show on Thursday already.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, look, we can do it in 3 days. Uh, drive through the night, right? Like roll up, get off stage, talk to everybody for 10 minutes, and just drive for 17 hours and make it to Thunder Bay. So I don't really have that many road stories from this one yet because realistically, we just drove straight, and now we're kind of on our main leg. This is our start of our 10 shows in a row. But last
Yeah.
year, I won't drop any names or where it was. Um, we accidentally took over a karaoke night, and the club didn't let their audience know that that was going to happen. Um,
Oh.
yeah. So, and it was like country karaoke, and we're not country.
Mm.
Um, to say it lightly, pitchforks. uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I've never been chased out of a town before, but that was a new one.
Good one.
We are.
Two things you don't interrupt: karaoke and bingo. I've learned. Never interrupt either of those.
I had no idea that it was such a rabid fan of karaoke, but yeah, we got out of there quickly. We're returning this year, not on a karaoke night, so you know,
Mm.
time's a charm. Hopefully,
Yeah.
um,
Well, best of luck.
there's it's just fun, man. It's like there's so many stories. It's hard to pinpoint one. It's mostly just driving
I
across
can share.
with your best friends, and
Mhm.
getting in shenanigans, playing music, meeting new people, and doing what you love, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And we're talking about touring right now, like you said. We're talking about touring with some great people or friends of yours, and you got a good group. It sounds like right now that you're touring with not just Run the Plank, but you've got Cody Warrior who you're touring with, and then Different Rich, I believe, is the third band.
Yeah,
All playing the same venues right now, so that's a really great lineup.
it is good. It's and we try to add someone from the city that we go to, such as Y.
Yeah,
Um,
there you go. Great band as well.
right, yeah, and it's an opportunity to make friends with a new band, and everyone's been so.
Hmm.
Anybody who's willing to jump in with this, like, I guess, van full of miscreants from Calgary, and be so accommodable. We've made so many friends and so many new couches to crash on, and it's, it's been great. It's yeah, Different Rich is one of my favorite Calgary bands. They're folk rock.
Nice.
Eamon Kelly is the singer songwriter of them, and one of my best friends. But I was a fan before I was a friend, right?
Oh,
And
cool.
yeah, his music's fantastic. Cody Voyer's the best storyteller and songwriting I've ever heard. But then we just get
Yeah, I've
wrapped.
only got the chance to hear three of his songs, but yeah, amazing. You were saying, sorry.
Oh yeah, and then Run the Plank. We get loud and get everybody off their feet, and we just like to see people dancing.
That's awesome. And I'm not in a band myself, so I'm strictly a fan of live music, a big fan of live music, definitely. But one thing I really appreciate is when certain bands, you see two bands together at the same show. I know out here in Winnipeg, my example I always go to is Exo Merita and the Northern Royals. Whenever they're playing the same show, they got great chemistry. Their music, their songs go really well together, one after another, no matter which order, who's playing first, whatever it is. It seems like you guys really found that with Different Rich. I haven't seen you guys live yet, but just listening to both bands, you both have a really, you complement each other well, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, we'll even there's a couple songs I'll call Eamon, the singer of Different Rich, on stage for, and we'll both sing it. And there's songs he'll call me up, and I'll sing with him. I'll mess with him, and it's a good chemistry, and we've played probably over 100 shows together, but me and Eamon, and
Yeah,
so
so that'll
it's
do it.
it flows really easily.
Nice. I was going to ask when you started playing shows with them because I saw at least as far back as March, but it sounds like a long time then.
Oh yeah, I actually met. I used to host open mics back in when I
Hmm.
first moved to Calgary. I'm not originally from there. I'm from Ontario, and
Okay.
met him at an open mic, and he walked in, and we hit it off as friends. And then he said he sang for Different Rich, and I'd seen them live a couple times at that point. I was like, oh no shit. Sorry, can I swear? I don't know if I'm allowed to.
No, no worries. Yeah, nothing's out of bounds here. We're good. No one's watching. Don't worry.
Oh come on. Um,
No,
yeah,
that's just what I say to kind of get the juicy stories going. Don't worry.
yeah, I'd seen him a couple times. And I'm like, oh, you don't really recognize. I'm kind of drunk at the bar listening to
Mhm.
dancing and stuff. And I'm like, oh wow, I'm a fan of your music. I hadn't even started this project yet. I was just kind of hosting and busking, a lot of street performing. Um,
Okay.
and then I made my band, and just kind of things came together, and we ended up playing some shows, and the rest, I guess we just kept doing it.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, like I said, it sounds like you guys complement each other really well. So I'm looking forward to seeing you both on the same stage June 19th there at the Tap House, which I don't think I mentioned earlier is definitely my favorite venue in the city. Osborne Tap House is great. All the venues on Osborne Street are fantastic, whether it's side stage or park theater. So you got a great venue over there.
I heard that. I
Hmm.
loved the Bulldog Event Center, and then when Dag said we're playing Osborne's, I looked it up. I was like, wow, this looks cool. Like looks like a good venue.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
they got something going on over there. They have for a while, and it just keeps growing. It was always, Sunday, Saturday, even Friday, and now it's starting to bleed over into Thursday. Has been a busy night for them as well. So yeah, they're doing great stuff over there.
it looks like it. I'm excited to meet everybody there and see the venue and see all the fans that we have from Winnipeg and hopefully make some new ones. And I know it's a Thursday,
Absolutely.
but Thirsty Thursday, man, that's the party day. That's when you're supposed to party.
Yeah, exactly. And it's four bands. I think it's only $10 if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember if I saw the price there. I'm sorry
Yeah,
if I got
it's
that wrong, but I think that's what it was. And it starts at 8 p.m. So I'm imagining the bands are going to start at 8 p.m. get things going. So no, it's going to be a great night. I think.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. And we always have so much fun in Winnipeg and Manitoba in general. It's very friendly, and yeah, it's been great. They are excited to return, and we wanted to put it on our kind of returning legs so that gives us some more
Hmm.
energy to keep going.
Great stuff, great stuff. And you have some great songs as well. Like I was saying earlier, I've been listening to some of your songs. So this my one of my questions I was going to ask is about maybe any methods behind releasing the singles or when you release them. I know you released Drug Ballad, I believe, in January, and then Bones at the end of January there.
Yeah,
And my personal favorite, I think, is your song from February 14th. You released that one as well. Is that kind of all leading to an EP, or you're just releasing them as singles right now? Or
I'm kind of throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. uh,
Mhm.
but what I've seen is, and what I'm just trying to do, I guess, is we're in the age of TikTok, like Instagram Reels, like 6 second videos, low attention span,
Mhm.
not in a bad way. It's just they're short videos. It's just
It's just the reality.
that's entertainment now,
Yeah.
right? And there was a time when
Hmm.
releasing a whole record or releasing an EP was the way to go. That was before the internet, and that was kind of at a time when you sit down and you put the record on the record player and you listen to it front to back.
Hmm.
Um, I still do that, but I play music and I like listen and I look for ideas and I love certain bands, right? But like the reality is,
Yeah.
the general public, if you release something like that, you'll listen to a few songs, then you'll get back to it later, and the world's fast. Will you? It's not your fault.
Hmm.
So I'm trying to do like a month to 6 week single releases, just over and over and over and over again, right? Um, I have 3 more songs to release. I actually have a song coming out on Friday. It's called Sober
Oh,
Song.
nice.
Um, I was going to announce that tomorrow. You guys got it first, I guess.
Hey, there we go. I appreciate it. Breaking news. I'll make sure to share that tomorrow then.
Awesome, thank you. And
Yeah.
then I have another. Actually, I'm Rose, my bass player, also sings. He wrote a song called Ruby Ruth, which is just a gorgeous rockabilly style song. Um,
Okay.
so we're releasing that, and then we're back in the studio. So, but yeah, it's gonna be 2 week releases, or sorry, month releases, 6 week releases.
Yeah,
Just
kind of releasing them one at a time right now.
yeah, until we can grow our fan base to the point of some waiting for an album, I guess.
Awesome. No, I think that's a great strategy. I was my last interview last week on Tuesday. I was talking with Excuses actually from Oshawa, where you are now. They're
Okay.
touring at the moment as well, and they were kind of saying the same thing that they've released an album before where just the beginning of the album gets a lot of listens because people turn it off halfway through, or people only listen for so long, or they kind of were seeing the same thing that releasing singles was somewhat more beneficial, or kind of I guess the way they put it was you don't have a song left behind that way. You could have songs that people really like, but they're not hearing them on social media or other platforms.
Yeah, and you're also seeing what your fans like, right? Because you're listening
Hmm.
to Spotify and on your streaming, like you see the back end numbers, and it's not like we're releasing
Yeah.
appease the public. We're not. We're very much so not that band. We're very much um, put out what we like, and I hope you like it.
Yeah.
It is nice to see what people are liking, even production style, right? And then
Hmm.
go from there, right?
Yeah. Well, like I said, you got some great stuff. I was listening to a few of your songs, and your song, the one that came out in February, I really like that song. It kind of gives me vibes of another band I know called Year of the Buffalo. I don't know if you would have heard of them, but really nice, chill vibe song or vibe from the song. Sorry.
Well, that song was. I went through an awful breakup, and I called my mom. And she's like, maybe you should talk to a therapist, and not in that way, but in just like get your feelings off your chest.
Just talk to someone. Yeah.
So much. And I was like, oh, I don't got benefits. Like I can't afford that. Are you kidding? She's like, write a song
Yeah.
about it. That was your song. It's a little bitter, but in a sweet way. I kind of like to think about it.
Hmm.
And it really helped. And I played it to. There's a guy named Jake. He's a singer of another fantastic Calgary band named Zoo. Um, and I showed it to him, and he's like, "Oh man," he's like, "That's not like something you've released before." And but I like it.
Yeah.
He's like, you should put that out. It's a little bit more digestible, you know. And I'm like, all right. And it turned into one we play at every show now. So.
Yeah, it's a great song, and I would definitely agree. It complements what you play well, but it's definitely different than the other songs that I've listened to from you. So yeah, no, I really like it.
Thank
Great
you.
tune.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome, definitely. And
Because I changed the course up to better times at the end. Like, this is, I called it better.
oh, okay, yes, yes.
I was going to make the whole
Notice
thing,
that.
but I was like, no, I'm not talking about good times. I'm talking about shitty times. Why am I lying to people? Like, because you look
Yeah,
back on
like you said earlier, you got to put it out what you're feeling, right, or put it out for yourself there.
and then people connect with it, and then you don't feel so
Hmm.
alone. Today, so
Yeah, 100% agree there. I did want to talk to you as well. You had got an invitation, I think it was last year, to go to the chill was it chill kill recording session. They
let's
have
talk.
what was it called? Pass the guitar sessions, I believe they have down there.
Yeah. They're it's a recording studio in Calgary. There, yeah. That was really fun. That was awesome.
Yeah, so what's Pass the Guitar, or what was kind of your experience there? I don't know too much about it.
Well, past the guitar, they just take singers from a few bands, and we just talk about music. Um, we talk about what inspired us to write certain songs. We kind of all picked a song we were going to play beforehand.
Okay.
And then you describe the song and what made you write it and what it's about. And you play it acoustically to a room full of your peers, which is honestly more nerve wracking than playing to 500 people. Because it's like you're
Yeah,
sitting.
I can imagine.
Oh yeah, you're sitting in front of like five songwriters, and in my case, five
Hmm.
songwriters I love and respect and
Yeah.
look up to them for their storytelling abilities. And then I'm like, well, here's my song, and it was awesome though. It was a great time, and hanging out after was great. Hearing their methods of writing was awesome.
Hmm.
It was just all around it was perfect. I guess is a good way to put it.
Yeah, it sounds like a great collaboration or a great learning experience. Definitely. Who else was there? Would I know anybody who would have been there? It's
So,
all from Calgary, or
oh yeah, they're all from Calgary. That was the first one actually.
okay.
So
Yeah.
Barbie
Okay.
Davis was there from Follow the Rabbit. Um, there was Justin Matthews from Lost Ponds. Can't remember at the moment everybody that was there. Those are the two that stuck out to me
Okay.
because I just absolutely adore their music. But and they're fantastic people. But I would definitely suggest anybody listening to go and check out Chill Kill Recording Studios and their Past the Guitar
Yeah.
sessions. Find some new music. It's going to be a different vibe than the recordings because it's all solo acoustic stuff, right? But
Yeah, I really like that though. I think that sounds like they're doing something cool out there.
oh
And
yeah,
Calgary's a great city. So I haven't done a lot of traveling myself, but one place I have traveled to is Calgary. Was out there for a wedding. Got a chance to check out the Calgary Zoo when they had the pandas there a few years ago as well. That was pretty awesome. What is the music scene like down in Calgary right now? I kind of knew what it was like a few years ago when I knew a couple people there, but I'm not too familiar right now.
I guess the music scene is growing, it's expanding.
Hmm.
Um, like I said, the live um, local music scene is growing. We're seeing a lot more people
Nice,
at
that's good to hear.
yeah, it's good, and we're seeing a lot more people at local shows and showing interest in local bands, which is great. Um,
Hmm.
it's just people think Calgary and they think country, and that's just not it. Like there is a lot of country bands for sure. I'm not part of that scene, so I can't really speak on that. But
No, that's
there's
fair.
good indie and alternative bands. Like I said, there's Dew, which anybody again listen to them. They're incredible, and they're like in their early 20s, and they play like they're in their late 50s. Like
No, yeah, check that. Is it spelled just ZOO or
yeah, ZOO exclamation mark. I'd say
okay?
listen. Watch out for Sasquatch. That's like incredible song. Um,
Nice. I'll have to check them out.
yeah, there's Passing Pluto. They're fantastic. Um, Lost Ponds, Follow the Rabbit. Um, Wanda's in Black Roses, and she actually puts so many people on her stage. She has a bar called Border Crossing. She'll give anybody a show, which is just beautiful, right? It's giving a lot of people their first stage
Hmm.
and their first like endeavor into doing this and giving them the passion to do.
Yeah.
She's an inspiration really in the scene. Um, I don't think she has any music out right now, which I've been bugging her about that. Um,
Yeah, gotta get on that.
I'd say it's growing and thriving, and like a family kind of vibe. We're all helping each other out, right? Like bringing these guys on too.
Yeah.
You know, we get offered shows all the time from other bands, and we're just, you know, have you played this place yet? No. Okay, well, we're playing it. Do you want to hop on the bill? Stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's growing, burgeoning, friendly.
That's awesome. And that's the way to do it, kind of networking, or like you said, making different friends or different bands that you get acquainted with that you can play with, different venues, whatever it is. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Wicked. So we've talked a tiny bit about the songwriting kind of process for you. Are you the one who writes the majority of the songs, or is it collaboration? Or oh, might have lost them for a sec there. Shout out to Ruth Morris who just jumped on, but we may have lost Gage for the moment here. Remember, he
Sucks. Okay,
is on
think
tour
about.
right now. Oh, I got him back. Got him back here.
Yeah, I think my phone's dying right now. I think that's what's going on. But
No worries. We're not
um,
going to keep you too much longer. Don't worry.
oh, sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Ah, man, now I've lost it as well. Oh, I was asking about songwriting. No, about your songwriting process. I think the last thing I said was, are you the one writing them, or is it collaboration, or?
I so far I've written all the songs other than Ruby Ruth is coming out. Rose wrote that one.
Right, you
Uh,
mentioned that.
I just write when I'm like sad or angry.
Okay.
You know, or
Well,
I
you did
feel
say you're a punk band, so sorry.
that's true.
Yeah.
But have a, I got a line in my head
Mhm.
like sober song starts with I just want to get a little, I don't want to take it too far, and I had the melody and I kind of sang that to myself, and then I just kind of grabbed my guitar and finish it to the best of my
Nice.
ability. Usually if I can't finish it in 45 minutes it doesn't come out, and I just find the best songs come out like that, just naturally. But I'm open, any of the guys in the
Yeah.
band belong to the, but I hate to cut this short, my phone's on 1%. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. No worries. Well, we'll let you go. Like you said, the Tap House, June 19th is the show starting at 8 o'clock. Get down there. Y playing as well. Rich, sorry, Cody Boyer, and Run the Plank. Thanks for joining us, Gage. We appreciate it.
So much, and sorry about this, I didn't realize my battery was gonna drain.
No, we were just about done. That was pretty much my last question, actually. So you're all good. It worked perfect.
Awesome. Well, I hope to see everybody there. Come say hi. We're huggers. Don't worry. We won't hug you if you don't want to, but we like to hug. Um,
Awesome. So you get
yeah,
the merch table if you have any merch too. We'll check that out.
t-shirts, hats, buttons, bottles, openers. You know, we have everything.
Wicked. Awesome. Well, thanks again. Really appreciate it. Have a great show tonight.
Hey, thank you so much, and I'm so looking forward to meeting you guys in person.
Yeah, I'll see you at the show. See you on the 19th.
Have a great day, guys.
Take care. Bye. All right. Had to cut things just a little short, but that was about all I had to ask Gage. So it should be a great show with Y as well, playing at the Tap House on the 19th. So thanks everybody for joining us. And tomorrow, Joel will be on with Rami Mays. So that's going to be a great interview at 7 p.m. So join us tomorrow as well.